Hello guys, Irving here, but you guys another episode here on Sky Factory 3. Alright guys, as you can see behind me is what we worked on for last episode, but not exactly. I have done some improvements to make it a little bit better. As you can see, first things first, I have a little bit more crucibles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 crucibles in total, which is a lot more than what we used to have. Another thing I worked on is behind it is connected now to 3 magmatic generators, and they're all filled with lava and power, as you can see. So we're making way more power than what we're using. Well, not way more, but we're making more. As you can see, there's a sag mill there and a sag mill here. We ended up having to use an extra sag mill that I made last episode. The reason for this is as you can see, sand is only a 10% chance when you do it in the sag mill straight from cobblestone, which is not that much. So we have to get from the gravel. Behind, you can see we have a conduit, and then this goes into the second sag mill. And let's look at the uses for gravel. There we go. And as you can see, we have a 70% chance and a 30% chance of getting sand, which is a lot more, and we also get flint from it too. So that's connected to the sand, and then the sand goes into dust. As you can see, we have quite a bit of dust. This is always sifting. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. And that one's sifting also from the gravel. But yeah, look at this, guys. Whew. Redstone, not a problem anymore. Good times, good times. No more problems with that redstone. And as you can see, other ores like lapis, blaze powder, diamonds, and yeah, we're pretty much set for a while with just this setup. We're gonna have to improve it a little bit, but not that much anymore. Alright guys, let's look at this chest again. It just makes me so happy. Look at that. Such a relief having this. Alright guys, well, I actually want to look at the achievement book and see what we can get from this. So let's open it up and let's see what we can do. We've done all these. Make a field of grass. We'll do that maybe. Capture cow in a jar. We can do some of those. No, let's see which ones we have done. I believe we've probably done some of these. None of these though. Yeah, I haven't done any of those, but those are interesting. Age of Machines, crafted power race generator. Yes. That one also. Energy conduits. We've done those. And I think that's about it. Yeah, but we should do those soon. Any more? Sieve materials. Oh, I really want to work on that soon. It will be amazing. Alright guys, so let's make a field of grass 25 blocks away. This should be a passive mob farm. Not too difficult. Alright guys, so I'm going to get some stuff ready and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so to build the passive mob farm, over there as you can see in the distance, we are gonna need some grass. So grass seeds. Click on those. As you can see, to get them, we have to do some sifting with dirt, and you need either the string mesh or the flint stiffened mesh. So actually, which one gives you more? This gives you an 8% chance, and this one's a 4% chance. So definitely go with the flint one. So let's place down this sieve. There we go, and then place down the mesh, and let's do some sifting of dirt. I'm actually gonna do this off camera, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I actually have the grass seeds, as you can see here on my inventory. Currently placing these cobblestone walls to finish our passageway to the passive mob farm. Alright, so a few more ran out. Got a little bit more in my inventory, and there we go. 25 blocks away from my base. As you can see, this thing right here is actually not center. As you can see, there's 2 there and 3 here. So it's actually off by 1 block. This one's also 3. So using that, this one is the middle block. So that's just going to be the center of this platform, and that way it's centered with that passageway, which is actually great. So where am I actually going to build this? Should I do it like right away? Should I make a passageway around it, or like a way to walk? I'm I think I'm just gonna go directly into the grass. So we're gonna need some dirt for this. I have 25 dirt with me, which is only enough for a 5x5. So let's start placing these like so. One more. That's how wide it's gonna be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 5 more. And then we'll use this as our outline. So we're gonna have to go out 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more, I believe. Yes, one more. And we're gonna need torches to light up all this place, because if something spawns in us, that would be bad. So let's do this again. 1, 2. There we go, and it is in line with it. So let's just put this in, and 2 more. There we go. So let's fill this in with not grass, with dirt, because we don't have grass yet. And this should be the last one. There we go. And place the seed. There we go. We have grass, guys. We have grass. And we put some cobblestone walls around it so we don't end up falling. Put the torches in the corner. That would be much better. Go around. That torch will go in the middle too, or on the corner. And break this one. Place these. And boom. Perfect. We're gonna need something to hold the animals, so probably some fences. So let's get some of those real quick. All right, let's check out our chests. Do we have any? I do not see any. So let's just grab some wood, turn some into sticks, place the sticks on the outside. That actually gives us our fence gate, and we're gonna need regular fences, which is sticks in the inside, I believe. There we go. With some oak on the outside. And that gives us 3. And grab the sticks. Alright, so let's place this back. And let's get back to the mob farm. The passive mob farm. And let's go place these. That way they cannot leave their little grassy area. Alright, so one there. And can you pass through here? I don't think they can, so let's just leave it like that. The fence gate, boom. Now we can walk in, and the animals can't get out of here. So that's great. So the grass is gonna grow with time, as you can see, spread a little bit. So that one's done. Enchant a civ message. Let's actually do that. I'm gonna get some stuff prepared, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I was going to work on the enchanting table, but you need paper to make the books, and to make paper you need sugarcane. So as you can see, I have sugarcane seeds and sand, because I remember that in the achievement book, there you have to prove to the world that sand grows sugarcane faster than dirt with a block of snad. So let's look up snad. As you can see, it is only 2 sand, so easy peasy, snad. Or snad. So I'm just gonna place it next to the water source right here, break that block and place it there, and sugarcane on top. Let's get the seed. Boom. I don't want to wait for it, and I do have the whatever thingy, whatever watering can. That's what it is. So let's look for that. There it is. Let's go water this sugarcane to make it grow faster. Come on, let's do this. Fill it up real quick and go. And there you have it. We proved it. It grows faster on snad. I don't know how, but it does. So check mark that one. And then I can farm this to get paper. I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so the last thing we need is obsidian. So to make obsidian, I have a stone barrel right there. There you go, as you can see. So let's place down some blocks around it. Let's just put them here. And it's going to be one higher, so let's place one higher. And then place the stone barrel down. We're going to need some water, so let's go get some. Oh, I already have some, never mind. So let's get back in here. That was dumb. I could have just placed a block there. So place the water down. Then we need lava. So let's grab some of that. And all you have to do is place it down there. And then boom, instant obsidian. So let's grab another one. Place it in the stone barrel. Now we have two more. And let's just keep doing this. You need 4 for an enchantment table. So 1 more. And there we go. So I don't actually need this anymore. I'm gonna break it down because it's a big mess. It's messy and I really don't need it. I'll probably come up with a better place to put it later on, and then I can just keep it all the time. I can probably even have it making obsidian without me doing anything. So let's place this down like so. I'm gonna need a book, which I use blank patterns with string and paper. And there we go. Book, place that there. And then enchantment table, get. There we go. So let's actually put this stone barrel away and place this down probably right there. Alright, so let's test this out. We're gonna need some mesh to test it out with. Let's find one. Let's just grab that one. That's fine. And oh, you get like efficiency for it. That's not bad. Yeah, so let's go actually get the mesh that we want to use. There's this one and this one. This one's just for mostly for redstone, and we're fine on that one, so we'll probably use this one. So let's turn it off so we don't have gravel coming in, and grab this. We're gonna need lapis, so let's look for that. There we go, lapis. Grab a few. I only need 3. And place that in there with the lapis. Hold on. I wonder if you get more things if you use the one with 3. So let's place the 3 lapis in there. And nope, you just got the well, I think I just wasted lapis. Wow, whatever. So let's actually place this in, and that should be doing a little bit better. I don't know exactly what that does, but we did this, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Capture a cow in a jar. Look up jar. Milk jar. No, cow in a jar. That's what we need. So anvil, something, milk jar, and cow. I have no clue what that means, but I'm guessing drop an anvil on a cow. So that's just a guess. And then I'll go into a milk jar. To make the milk jar, easy, you need milk. The thing is, we need cows. Do we have any? We do not have any, but I think I do see sheep. Is that sheep? Let's go check. Look at that, guys. We have sheep in our passive mob farm. That is awesome. No cows. We're going to have to wait on those. But look at it. They have the googly eyes. That's great. What else can we do instead then? Let's see. Craft armor. Fly. Oh, fly. That's actually a pretty nice one. Let's see any more. No, I think we're gonna go with fly. Let's search up jetpack. There we go. Conductive jetpack. It actually looks kind of simple, to be honest. I think we can actually do this. I am gonna go for it. So I'm actually gonna get some things, and then I'll be right back. Hey guys, it's been a couple days since the last clip. The reason for that is because, well, I actually finished the episode completely on the same day as the last clip, and I got an issue where when I was exporting, a video ended up crashing my software, and then I tried getting back in, and then the file became corrupted. So I couldn't get back on to export the clips, and so I ended up losing 2 clips from that, which was really bad. So I'm really sorry about that. In that episode, or in that clip, I ended up making the jetpack. As you can see, I have it on right there. But yeah, I can show you how exactly I made it. It was actually not that difficult. As you can see here, just a few things. You need quite a bit of conductive iron though. Let's look at the thrusters. You needed 1 and then 2 conductive iron there, and then you needed a couple more when making the actual jetpack, but it was not that bad. You only needed 8 in total. And to make those, it was really simple, just redstone and iron, and that gives you 1 conductive iron in the alloy smelter, so it was not that bad. And then the redstone conduits were not that difficult either. You needed 1 recipe since it gives you 8, so, and I only needed like 4, so it was just conduit binder with the redstone alloy, which is made in the alloy smelter with silicon and redstone. And then silicon is pretty easy to make. I used Ender IO, there you go, in the sag mill with some sand, if we can find the recipe here. That's compressed sand, not what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah, it's this one. Sand gives you a 50% chance of getting silicon, so that's the way I got my silicon. And then to make, that was it. You just need 1 recipe worth of it. And then the basic gears were really easy, just cobblestone and sticks. Nothing complicated about that one. Anything complicated? Nope, just the basic capacitors, needed some copper, redstone, and gold nuggets. That's pretty much everything with this. You put it in, you get the thrusters, you needed 2 of them. Oh yeah, and the leather strap. I had to get leather somehow, and needed 4 in total. I don't have any cows, so I couldn't use that. So what I did is I used a leather cap to give me 3 leather in a sag mill. I already had 1 piece of leather from who knows where, probably from the loot bags. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, I used a leather cap from this armor stand here, as you can see. It did have one. I wonder if I can replace it with another one, but it doesn't look like I have another one. But yeah, from this armor stand, all I did was put it in the sag mill over there. And yeah, got our leather. So now the plating is the next thing I worked on. It's all it is silicon and iron. Really simple, and to put them together, not here. Okay, see, you just put the armor above the jetpack, and there you go. As you can see, it gives me armor down there. And yeah, that's pretty much all you guys missed for that episode. I'm also gonna look at the controls because I think I want to change the controls. So where are they? Options. There it is. Okay, so let's scroll down. Find the jetpack stuff. I think it's called Simply Jetpacks or something like that. Keep scrolling. There it is. Simply Jetpacks 2. Oh, this is the second version. Alright, so yeah, I want to change the engine from comma to F. Ooh, that one's taken. In the hover mode, I think that's fine. Let's go find the other ones that I'm missing. Command F, that's not what I'm looking for. F, where are you? I don't see it. Oh, there's an F there. Oh, that's the one we just set. Never mind. It's probably the command F or something like that that's doing a problem. Oh no, I see it. It's right above it. Swap item in hands. I'll probably change that to N or comma. Yeah, comma is better. Just swap those. Alright, so if I press F, you can see jetpack engine enabled and disabled. And also you can see at the top left up there, it says like if it's on, it's green, if it's off, it's red. And hover is N. As you can see, it works with the engine. You just press spacebar and you keep pressing to go up a little bit, and you just fall once you let go. And then if we put hover on, you can see we kind of hover and go back down slowly. With tiers that are higher up, the hover mode is actually better, and you don't come down as quickly, and you don't lose, altitude. And with the last one, I believe you kind of just stay in the spot. You don't end up falling at all, which is a lot better, and I definitely want to try to get there. But there we go, guys. We can fly out of the base. We don't need we can just move around. That's like, yes. I'm gonna turn off the engine and the hover for now. Oh yeah, something I didn't get to show you. I ended up making this little thing over here. All I did was connect it to another magmatic generator. I had to make another one, just connect it to the existing lava pipes. And as you can see, we don't have power. The reason for that is because we have this basic capacitor bank, which is holding all our power. It holds 1 million RF a tick, or 1 million RF. As you can see, let's search up capacitor. It is really simple to make. Just a couple basic capacitors, some iron, and a block of redstone. Really easy to make. And yeah, the reason I use this thing for it is to charge my jetpack. As you can see here, it can input and output 1000 RF a tick, so it charges pretty quickly. As you can see, it is done charging. I've also made 2 alloy smelters. Actually, never mind, one of them was from back there, and then the other one I had to craft. And then the sag mill, I had to make another one just for use of this. Whenever we have to do something manually, I don't have to worry about it, which is a lot better. And then, yeah, I think that was about it. Never mind, I forgot. Over there, Mob Farm, I did open up at the end of the episode a loot bag, a legendary loot bag, and I got this octadic capacitor from it, which made me really happy. As you can see, 500,000 is how much power it holds, and this one can only do 100,000. So it's quite a bit of an improvement, and it is a whole lot faster. I have some cobblestone here. Let's put some in the slow one. As you can see, let's just put 3 in there, change it to furnace only, and there we go. It's gonna start smelting, and then on this one we'll put some also, like so, and you can see that's going. This one's pretty much done. It's done. This one isn't done at all yet, so you can see how big of a difference that octadic capacitor makes on this. So I'm really happy about that. Other things we got are yeah, we got another octadic capacitor. We got 2. I completely forgot about that. Anything else from here? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, we got draconium ingots. We only got 4, so I can't really do much with it. But you can make some pretty OP things pretty early on if I can get more. Like, something I want to make is a item magnet. Oh, there it is. It's called the item dislocator. But it requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draconium ingots. I only have 4, so yeah, that's something I can't do at this moment, but soon in the future I'm sure I will, and I'll be really happy about that one also. Anything else? I don't remember. I feel I got one more thing, but I do not remember exactly what it was. I believe that was all I did in those 2 missing clips. I'm gonna go look at the time for this video, and then I'll see if we can do maybe something else. Alright guys, so we do have a little bit of time to mess with, so I've decided that we should go on to the next tier of our jetpack. So right now we have the conductive, and we're going to the electrical. So in order to do this, we need quite a bit of electrical steel, a basic capacitor, actually a couple, more electrical steel, energy conduits, machine, those things which require iron, and another one of these. So yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit of stuff. So let's actually get this electrical steel going. It is iron with crushed coal and silicon. So let's actually go get the iron. I have it over here, and boom, we have our iron. And I think I crushed some coal to turn into coal powder. We're gonna need 8, I believe. So 8 and 8. And the other thing we needed was what was the other thing? Oh yeah, silicon. So I got the silicon here, and as you can see, I already made conductive iron. I made a whole stack of it, which was a whole stack of redstone and a whole stack of iron. And set this to alloys only. Place that in there, and it should be pretty quick actually. As you can see, it goes through it pretty quickly, and we get electrical steel. So what else did we need? The basic capacitors I have set up over here. As you can see, this makes 9 of them, and then 4 of them go here with this last piece of iron. Actually, no, that doesn't go there. What goes there? Oh, I think I screwed up the order. Ah, silly me. I think it goes like this. There we go. And then we're going to need some energy conduits, like so. And then here is for the electrical steel thruster, which is the energy conduits, the basic capacitors, and these machine chassis. So let's place these like so. And These go in the corners. And now we just need the electrical steel, which should be done. It is. So let's go get these. Put these up here. Boom. We got the thrusters. And then they all go into this last recipe to give us our jetpack. So we need that. And the last thing we need is our jetpack. So we're going to have to take off the armor like that. And then we place this here, and then tier 2. Beautiful. I'm actually going to place this sulfur and coal powder in there. As you can see, we have a lot of gold. I'm actually going to turn this in to the, what are these called? The chunks. And that one. Yeah, we've had way too much. I had to get copper for the basic capacitors, I had to change this into the flint one because this does not give you copper. And as you can see, we actually ran out of iron. I had to use the ones that were down here. Luckily we have some already, but yeah, gold was filled up, so I had to get some of those and then just place some in here and the rest in this chest, which will put them into the smeltery controller and it will smelt. So now we need to upgrade the silicon armor plating into the conductive iron armor plating, which is really simple, just 10 conductive iron with the one we already have in this alloy smelter. So let's place this and 10 of these like so. That shouldn't take that long. I'm gonna place these away and this, and then our energy conduits go here. I'm also gonna need to charge up the jetpack. Now it could hold up to 400,000 RF, which should let us fly for longer. And this one's done. This one's almost done. It's already at 350. And boom. So let's put these together again. The plating goes on top. There we go. Tier 2. It looks kind of weird. Let's see what it looks like. Ha ha ha. Look at this, guys. It's pretty great. Oh, it's on too. What does it look like from the behind? Boom. Look how great that looks. It's actually really nice. Look at this. Look at me fly, guys. With the sun and everything. You also take fall damage, so you have to take care of your landing, or else you can kill yourself if you go too high and just fall down. I'm gonna try to sleep by hitting down there somewhere. There we go. Sleep. Guys, we got it. We did it. Jetpack. We get a fly. Achievement book. Fly. Boom. We also upgraded it to tier 2, which is amazing. Turn on hover. And I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. That's all I have time for. I'm really happy about the progress in this episode. We've done quite a bit of things. As you can see, our base looks really cool from up here. We can actually move around. The jetpack fuel lasts quite a bit. So I'm really excited about this. We can actually go to the nether probably next episode. Because since we can fly now, the nether is actually not that bad. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I hope you guys liked. If you guys really want to watch more episodes like this one, make sure to subscribe. And that's it for me. See you guys next time. Bye.